Have you ever stopped to ask yourself that? In this challenging journey of life, is there any path leading to profound enlightenment? Paths from which people are not only miraculously born, but also are honed through spiritual, intellectual, and emotional challenges so severe that they seem to surpass the limits of the body. Imagine that, just like the legendary characters in the Bible, where the prophets and the saints are chosen by God to deliver His promise, and like the miraculous phenomena of the heavens, with twinkling stars in the night sky, each of us can be invited to embark on a journey of inner conquest, where every step is a challenge that cannot be measured by tools or the light of the world, but can only be felt by the heart and soul. That journey is not for the weak or the easily discouraged. It requires courage to face the innermost truths of oneself, to strip away all the false layers imposed by society, and to let go of all old constraints. Just like when Judah in the desert is forced to face hunger and thirst, just as the morning star always shines despite the thick night. In the following article, I will recount the story of the chosen ones, those people who are not given something special from the moment they are born, but are the result of a harsh training process through countless tests of life. Each challenge, from confronting the truth about oneself, to the journey of letting go of the past. From the storm of the soul to the moment of surrender and finally enlightenment, all contain a profound message about the meaning of life, illustrated through specific examples in the Bible and celestial symbols. Follow me on this journey to explore whether you dare to step out of your comfort zone, dare to listen to the call of your own soul, and dare to become the ultimate version of yourself. Life, according to many philosophers and deeply spiritual people, is inherently a series of subtle tests. Not the tests measured by rulers or clocks, but they are evaluated through emotions, inner reflections, and the constant change of the soul. When you face your own mirror, not the mirror that reflects the external image, but the one that sees through to the core of the soul, you will see that every definition of yourself, from work, relationships to trivial material things, gradually vanishes like mist before the morning light. Just like in the classic stories of the Bible, where the prophets are forced to give up everything to hear the call of God, that very moment is when the chosen one truly shines. I remember once, when only the beating of my heart remained in the silent night, I felt a delicate yet persistent strength surging in my heart. That was when I understood that true awakening begins with the courage to face one's own fears, with listening to the call of spirituality, like the whisper of angels delivering His message through every gentle breeze. As you continue on that path, another challenge appears. The challenge of solitude. In the modern world, we are often surrounded by the incessant noise of media, the noisy encounters of society, and trivial relationships. But truly, to reach enlightenment, you must know how to separate yourself from the crowd, to settle into silence, to listen to your heart. Just as in the pages of the Bible, when the prophets withdrew into the desert to seek communion with God, you too need a moment of silence to feel the call from within, the call of the true self, a voice that no matter how much noise surrounds it cannot be drowned out. I have experienced long sleepless nights, only sitting by the window gazing at the starry sky, where in that silence I seem to hear the call of a supernatural force, like the promise of angels that trust in your own heart, for it will guide you on the right path. That solitude, though initially making me feel lost, eventually became the most valuable companion, helping me realize that sometimes quiet is the key to opening the door to truth. The next challenge is the lesson of letting go of constraints, painful memories, and expectations that no longer suit the present self. We often hold tightly to the past, as if holding on to a fragment of a dream that has passed, thinking that in that way we will never forget what once was. But in reality, the opposite happens, for that clinging only makes our soul heavier, hindering progress forward. Just like the story of Judah in the desert, when he is forced to give up the familiar to seek a new horizon, we too must learn to let go of what no longer serves our growth. Sometimes letting go brings indescribable pain, but that is the process of purifying the soul, the path that leads to true freedom. In that process, I have had to part with old relationships, with dreams that no longer fit, and although tears flowed incessantly, I realized that, with each letting go, I found a new version of myself, a version strong and full of hope. After learning the lesson of facing oneself and letting go of the past, the journey of the chosen ones leads us into the stage of the night of the soul. The moment when everything around seems to vanish, when darkness envelops the soul and only unanswered questions remain. The night of the soul is not only a time of despair, but also a period of purification, when all illusions dissipate to reveal the true essence of a person. Just like the night sky, even though there are clouds that obscure, the stars still strive to shine brightly, and so in the darkness of the soul, the light within you will still burn if you do not abandon your faith. Many people, when facing the darkness of life, often choose to run away, burying the pain deep within, but the chosen ones, those who dare to live with truth, they will stand firm, even if the storm sweeps everything away around them. They still believe that after the rain, the sky becomes bright again. I have experienced dark periods where I could not see a way out, but through each painful moment, I gradually learned to see life more profoundly, realizing that, no matter how difficult, as long as we keep the light of faith, everything will pass. It is precisely in that moment that faith becomes the life-saving power, not faith in the purely religious sense, but faith in one's own ability to rise, faith in a cosmic order far beyond human understanding. As the prophecy recorded in the Bible states, faith is the bridge between the finite and the infinite, helping us overcome challenges that seem impossible to overcome. Think of the image of stars in the sky. Even though perhaps no one sees them during the day, but when night falls, they shine brilliantly, proving that their existence does not depend on external light, but comes from the inner cosmos itself. I have stood before circumstances that seemed to have no way out, when all hope seemed to vanish. But at that moment, faith helped me find a delicate yet persistent ray of light, guiding me through the storms of life. The next step in that journey is the lesson of surrender. Not as giving up or accepting defeat, but as the realization that there are things in life that we cannot control, no matter how hard we try. Surrender here does not mean quitting, but knowing how to yield to the flow of life, believing that the universe always arranges everything according to its perfect order. Imagine you are rowing a boat on a mighty river. If you try to fight against the current, you will only tire yourself. But if you know how to let yourself be carried by the current, you will be taken to shores you never dreamed of. That is precisely the power of surrender. When you let go of control, you find the latent strength within, a strength that comes from the harmony between human and the universe. In my experience, there were times when I felt like a leaf drifting along the stream, no longer burdened by the weight of the past or personal desires, only lost in the natural flow of life. And through that, I realized that when you surrender to fate, you become freer than ever. When you have gone through the tests of self-awareness, of solitude, of letting go, and of the dark night of the soul, then the final step of the journey, enlightenment, appears like a curtain gradually being drawn aside. Enlightenment does not come from accumulating more knowledge or achieving material success, but from the expansion of the mind, of the soul, to the extent that you realize that all is one, you, the universe, nature, and even the twinkling stars in the sky. As the Bible teaches, the Lord is in the stars and in the hearts of people. Enlightenment is when you understand that you are not merely an individual separate entity, but a part of a grand whole, an inseparable piece of the universe. In that moment, all pain, all challenges, and every silent moment seem to have meaning, as if they are meticulously arranged to guide you to the ultimate truth of life. This is not only the destination of the chosen ones, but also the beginning of a new journey, a journey of freedom, of creativity, and of boundless love for life itself. Throughout the journey, we will encounter countless arduous stages, where each step seems to carry its own lesson, as if the universe is gradually revealing the deep mysteries of existence. Every challenge, from realizing the true nature of oneself to letting go of the bonds of the past, is like an indispensable piece in the overall picture of life, where every experience contributes to perfecting our being in unexpected ways. You may ask yourself, how can you stand firm against the storms of the soul? How not to be overshadowed by doubts and fears when facing the harsh reality of life? The answer lies in learning to trust in a superior power, an invisible force that is always present, like the promise of God and the bright stars in the sky, proving that nothing is permanent except change. It is precisely in the most deadlocked moments, when it seems that all hope has faded, that just a small ray of light is enough to ignite faith, making your heart beat again with belief in the future. My personal experience has taught me that there is nothing more precious than living a meaningful life. A life in which, no matter how many difficulties you face, the valuable lessons always await you on the other side of each storm. Every drop of sweat, every tear, every pain is evidence of the courage of people when facing challenges, when daring to close their eyes and believe that, no matter how rugged the road is, there is always light to guide the way. Remember that these messages are not only the teachings of the classics or ancient lessons, but are calls from the universe itself, from the silent angels guarding the night sky, that each of us can overcome our own limitations. Let your heart be lit by faith, let your soul be nurtured by the comfort of the universe, and let you become the chosen one. Not because of any innate quality, but because you have dared to undergo harsh challenges, have dared to face the darkness and find the true light within yourself. And if you feel that, at this moment, the road ahead is still too dim, too arduous, then do not forget that you are not alone. Share your story with your loved ones, listen to the advice of those who have walked that path before, and remember that every step, even if slow but steady, will bring you closer to the best version of yourself. Today I call on you to embark on a journey of inner exploration. Let courage and faith guide you through each storm of life. Please subscribe, share, and leave your mark in our community of seekers of enlightenment, because every experience, every emotion, whether painful or sweet, contributes to creating the miraculous tapestry of life. Let that journey begin at this very moment, when you dare to abandon the old, when you dare to listen to the call deep within your soul, and when you are ready to become the torch that lights your own way as well as for those who are lost in the darkness. In conclusion, life is an endless journey of growth and change, where every challenge, no matter how severe it may seem, is merely the brick building the foundation of a resilient and creative person. Believe that if you dare to step out of your comfort zone, if you dare to face your fears and let go of old constraints, then those experiences will lead you to enlightenment, where you realize that you are never alone, that the universe is always with you and protecting the brave hearts. Let each day pass as a new lesson, a new opportunity for you to discover aspects of yourself you have never known and to create a meaningful life, where every moment lived is a precious gift from the universe. Start right now with an open heart and a courageous soul to become the chosen one of your own life. Believe that, no matter what difficulties come, the light of faith and belief in yourself will always guide your way, giving you the strength to overcome every challenge. And when you look back, you will see that those challenging moments have helped you grow, have helped you understand that life, though arduous, always holds wonders and surprises. Act, share, and leave your mark on this endless journey, because you deserve to live fully with all that life bestows. This is a sincere message said to all those who are seeking light amidst the storm, hoping that through every word of this sharing, you will find the inner strength to move forward, to become the best version of yourself, and to contribute to making the miraculous tapestry of life even more radiant every day. Let us come together to create a strong community, where every soul is honored, every story is heard, and every person is inspired to live every moment to the fullest. Are you ready for that journey? Let your journey of inner exploration begin right now, and share this message with everyone you believe is also seeking light in the darkness. Every person, no matter how small, can become a shining star, can be the chosen one in their own way, and only when you dare to step out, dare to face challenges, and dare to let go, will you discover that true strength always lies deep within your own heart. Let faith, courage, and surrender be the guiding principles for every step you take on the path to enlightenment and eternal happiness. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please support us by liking, sharing, and inviting everyone to join our community by subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.